Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. Today's video is going to be a monthly budget with me. We are setting up the month of October in my budget planner. If you're new around here, my budget planner is a planner that I created, and it is specifically just to help me stay on track with my money. If you are interested in it, it is available in my Etsy shop, and now I do have it in the classic size version, which is the version I'm using here, and I also have it in the big version. So the classic size is 7 by 9.25, which is the same size as a Happy Planner Classic, and the big is 8.5 by 11. The first thing that I'm going to do is add the month of October from my budget planner to my Franken Planned Happy Planner, and I'm just adding it to the budget section in my planner. After I do that, then I am going to set up my monthly spread. My monthly spread is an area where I just add all of my fixed expenses to my monthly calendar. Since this is an undated planner, the first thing that I do is, of course, add all of the dates to my monthly calendar, and then I will go back and color code each one of the weeks and add all of the fixed expenses for that week. Now, on this spread, I don't have any variable expenses. Mainly, I am keeping track of everything that is either automatically deducted from my account, or it's something that is fixed that I pay every single month around the same time. So if you didn't know, I am self-employed and my husband is self-employed. So this means we have various streams of income coming into our home on a daily basis. The way that I have set up our budget is that everything goes into our business account, but from that account, every single Monday, I will transfer money over to officially pay us for our work. And we are budgeting off of that money. Anything extra outside of our considered payroll stays in our business account to run our individual businesses. I will usually pay us on a Monday, and then I will look over all of our expenses for that week. All of them are color coded so that I can keep track of which bills are associated with which check. And this is a great visual for me to be able to look at very quickly and check off and know what has been paid versus what needs to be paid. And I was also trying to think about what to do with this empty sheet that was next to my monthly budget, and I decided to add on there my monthly goals, my variable expenses, and list out all of my subscriptions. For the month of October, we do have 4 goals. I like to limit my goals to no more than 5 for the month, and this particular month I am limiting how much we are eating out, reducing my car balance, reducing my credit card balance, and investing. We have been really focused in on reducing debt as much as possible while continuing our investing, in which we do have a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA, but we haven't met the max for our Roth, so that's what I am currently investing in. The next thing I will fill out is our monthly budget. With our monthly budget, this is just the written out version of everything that I have put on the calendar. At the top of every budget, I always do tithe and offering. If you want to know the difference, our tithe is always 10% of any income that we receive. Our offering is always 2.5% of that. Offering is not mandatory for us in our home. It's just something that we have decided to do. Then, because we are self-employed, I do have health insurance, and then is the rest of our bills. There are some bills that I'm not sure about because none of our utility bills have been released for the month of October. So I'm going to leave those blank, but I have written down everything else. With our variable expenses for the month of October, I am only looking at 4 categories, which is our groceries, our eating out, my nails, which is under my personal category, and shopping. I am pretty sure I won't need this much for the month, especially under shopping, because we don't usually shop this much, but I do like to have a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that I have enough set aside for the month. And the other area where I have started to break it down is our subscriptions. So I noticed our subscriptions were getting a little out of hand. We had a bunch more of them. So what I decided to do was write them all out and sit down with my husband, and we evaluated them. Many of them were either business subscriptions or games and different things for our kids. So what we decided to do was just evaluate each one of them, get rid of the ones that we did not need, and I'm keeping track of all of them in my planner. Every single month we will go through them just to make sure that we are still using them. If we aren't using them, then I will cancel. This process was so helpful because we realized we had about 4 subscriptions that were on this list that we weren't currently using. So I would definitely suggest that you look at your subscriptions every single month. And I checked in 2 places. I checked under my Apple subscriptions on my phone, and I also checked under my PayPal subscriptions, because many times I would forget about the PayPal ones, and those were the ones that would kind of sneak up on me. So after I had looked at my variable expenses and my subscriptions, I did add them to my monthly budget, and I just added everything up. When I added everything up, it was around $6,800. I didn't add the total to my total expenses because I still had some expenses that I don't know the exact number yet, so I wanted to leave it alone until I knew those exact bills. But I know that I am still under budget and I'm still good even with my variable expenses, my fixed expenses, and my subscriptions. And that's one thing that I really like to do on a consistent basis. I like to keep our fixed expenses well below our monthly income. And even though we are self-employed, meaning that we could possibly make more or make less, I like to keep our monthly income at $8,000 fixed and keep our expenses well below that $8,000, just to make sure that we don't have lifestyle creep where we start spending more money just because we have it. If we are able to keep our expenses around $7,000 like I have predicted, then the additional amount, the difference between the two, will be added onto our credit card bill or to our car. I'm still setting aside $50 a month to go into our savings. This is an automatic thing that happens every single time I move money into our bill account. But at the end of the month, I am going to move the $250 that I have saved over into a payment on our car. I'm going to continue this process until we have fully paid off the car. And with our sinking funds, we have a starting balance of $972. I'm adding in $128, which means we will have about $1,000 in there. The way that I save for our sinking funds is basically anytime we get a deposit into our business account, automatically 10% gets set aside and goes to capital for our sinking funds. And since it's 10% of every single deposit, then anytime I need anything for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, if it's for a gift, if it's for a birthday, anniversary, car maintenance, house maintenance, whatever the case may be, I just go into this account and move however much I need. And the last sheet is my debt tracker sheet. So we are currently paying off our car. We started off the year at about $20,000, and currently we are $1 under $9,000. So we are making great progress to paying off our car. So I'm just writing the beginning balance here, and then I'm going to keep track of all of the payments that I make on this sheet. And that's it for my October budget setup. I hope that this video has helped you. And if you are setting up your budget for the month of October, if you have any tips, make sure that you leave them in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.